accelerator pedal of aging. Learning in youth prevents the harm of old age. Those who know that wisdom is necessary in old age will act accordingly from a young age, so that they do not lack that nutrient when they grow old. This is a famous quote by Leonardo da Vinci. Hello. This is the Health Digest channel. We always produce videos for your health management with information from Korean health management specialists and researchers in related fields. Are there any people who haven't subscribed yet? Please subscribe and like right now. And please share it with your loved ones so that we can all live healthy lives. For reference, the average life expectancy of Koreans is currently 90 years for women and 86 years for men as of 2024, which is one of the longest average life expectancies in the world. It has increased by more than 5 years compared to 10 years ago, and the average life expectancy of Koreans is increasing every year. I hope you all always watch our Health Digest videos and maintain a healthy life. This is a story from Greek mythology. The Sphinx asks a traveler a question. What animal has one voice and walks on 4 legs in the morning, 2 legs during the day, and 3 legs in the evening? The Sphinx strangled the traveler who could not answer. Finally, Oedipus answered this question as follows.
Man.
A newborn baby crawls on 4 legs, an adult walks on 2 legs, and an old man walks on 3 legs with a cane. In response to Oedipus' answer, the Sphinx threw himself into the sea and committed suicide. This story has many meanings, but I think it contains the meaning of urging us to think about and reflect on what it means to be a human being and what it means to be born, grow, and grow old. Aging and death are the fate of all living things, including humans, but we need to think deeply about aging in order to age better. What is aging? What does it mean to grow old? What comes to mind when you think of the word aging? White hair, wrinkled face, freckles, thick magnifying glasses, and a hunched back may come to mind. However, since the human mind and body cannot be separated and are closely related to society, aging is not just a simple physical change, but also has various social, psychological, and cultural implications. We often see people around us growing old and eventually dying, but we tend to turn a blind eye to it, thinking that it is someone else's problem that has nothing to do with us. I was like that when I was young. Then at some point for each of us, for our own reasons, we realize that we are aging and imagine death. Looking back, I think that the sooner we start to think seriously about aging and worry about it, the healthier our old age will be. In 2018, the WHO World Health Organization assigned a disease code to aging and included it in diseases that can be prevented and treated, but there is still much debate among experts and no groundbreaking research has been done yet. Whether aging is a disease or a natural phenomenon, aging is a complex process that occurs through the interaction of genetic, biological, and environmental factors. If we define aging biologically, we can say that aging is a functional decline of cells, tissues, organs, organ systems, and biological systems, and it is a process in which a person gradually declines physically and cognitively as he or she grows older after being born and growing, leading to death. Naturally, aging is closely related to the onset of various diseases. There are many theories on the causes of biological aging. These include genetic mutations and damage, limits to cell division, changes in hormone levels, oxidative stress and inflammation, telomere shortening, mitochondrial damage, insulin resistance, and environmental factors. It is impossible to determine that one cause is the cause of aging, and research is still ongoing. The general view in academia is that multiple causes are acting in combination. However, among the various causes, there is one cause that most scholars commonly emphasize. That is, environmental factors. Environmental factors can be said to be lifestyle attitudes and lifestyle habits, and these have been found to have a greater effect on aging than genetic factors. This means that the values we live by, what we eat, how much we sleep, and what kind of exercise we do have a huge impact on aging. What determines the speed of aging is glycotoxin. What we eat is deeply related to glycotoxin. Aging can be said to be the decline in the function of cells and organs. The causes of aging are very diverse, but among them, glycotoxin can be said to be an important cause that has a negative effect on all cells of the human body and accelerates aging. Glycotoxin, advanced glycation and products caused by glycation reaction, is a toxic substance that occurs in the food we eat. When we consume excessive amounts of carbohydrates, simple sugars, etc., the excess sugar in the blood binds to proteins and changes the form of the proteins, thereby lowering the function of cells and various organs. There is an important commonality in the diets of countries with a large population of long-lived people around the world. That is, the intake of simple sugars and refined grains is low. In particular, sugar toxins can accumulate in our bodies beyond the limit if we frequently consume high-temperature cooked or fried foods, which can cause various degenerative diseases and chronic inflammation and weaken the antioxidant defense system. Therefore, if sugar toxins accumulate in our bodies, they become the seeds of various diseases. Aging occurs quickly, and skin and hair lose elasticity. Blood pressure increases, and eyesight deteriorates. Bones become weak, and memory and cognitive abilities also weaken. The decline in the function of our body cells caused by sugar toxins leads to the weakening of the function of major organs, which causes various chronic diseases such as diabetes, diabetic complications, liver disease, vascular disease, hyperlipidemia, dementia, skin disease, joint disease, and obesity. In conclusion, we must remember that the speed of aging is proportional to the amount of sugar toxins accumulated. There is a saying that sugar toxins determine a healthy and vigorous old age. Everyone has an aging clock that is constantly operating in their body that is related to biological age, not physical age. However, the speed of the aging clock is different for each person. Some people only drive half a day, while others drive a week. Why is that? The speed of the physical clock cannot be adjusted, but the speed of the aging clock can be adjusted. For example, if two friends buy the same car on the same day and drive the same distance for 10 years, what would the condition of each car be? There is a clear difference between a car that is regularly maintained and well-maintained and a car that is just driven without replacing consumables. Likewise, differences in lifestyle habits such as what you eat, how you rest, and how much you sleep have a close impact on your biological age or the speed of aging. This means that as lifestyle differences accumulate, they can slow down or speed up the speed of aging. However, many recent studies have shown bad signals, and we are on high alert. The research results show that the speed of aging in people in their 30s and 40s is accelerating. It may be hard to understand. You may wonder, why is this happening when we are well-nourished and living in an era of abundance? But why is that? Worldwide, the incidence of cancer and dementia among the elderly is gradually decreasing, but the incidence of cancer and various chronic diseases is increasing very rapidly in the age group under 40. There are various opinions about the cause, but many researchers are focusing on environmental factors. In particular, the excessive metabolic lifestyle of the younger generation, who are crazy about various mukbangs and binge-eating carbohydrates, simple sugars, refined grains, instant foods, and ultra-processed foods while doing little physical activity, is accelerating aging, and at the center of this is ultimately sugar toxins. If this trend continues, the current 30 to 40-year-olds will age faster than their parents' generation and may suffer from chronic diseases for a longer period of time. The scary thing about the acceleration of aging is that it creates a gap between life expectancy and healthy life expectancy. For individuals, it can lead to a decline in quality of life and labor productivity, and for countries, it can lead to increased healthcare costs and serious social problems. Aging is inevitable. Everyone grows old and must face death at some point. There is no elixir of immortality. However, the key point is how I live with what values. In particular, sugar toxins that accumulate without my knowledge and have serious negative effects on all cells of the human body. If you properly understand sugar toxins and prevent and manage them, you can slow down the aging clock. I dare say that a healthy and energetic old age depends on sugar toxins. Was today's content helpful? Don't forget to subscribe and like and set notifications, and be sure to click all of them right now. I will come back next time with more useful content with substantial information from Korean health management experts. Thank you for watching.